Whoa. Hello, people. It's been too long. Oh, man. So, welcome back to another episode of Adventures where we just check out a game for an episode or two. This is Digital Devil Saga, one of the many Shin Megami Tensei games. This is one of the spin off games. Now, actually, I'm very far into the game. I've been playing this on and off for a while, and I've been meaning to do an adventures for this, but just never found like the right moment. This has been like my chill game, like when I'm just not trying to stream or make content. I just turn this on every now and then and just you know enjoy some good old JRPG stuff, gaming like a good old nerd. I'm very deep into the game, and I gotta be honest, I barely remember what the hell this game is about because I played the bulk of it last year, and then I just started playing it again in recent months. Like I got about halfway through towards the end of last year, or maybe like earlier this year. I forgot which. Then I stopped playing, and now I'm back. I wish I could tell you what this game is about, but my God. I feel like if I try to explain it, it's not even gonna matter. But I'll try my best. I will try my best. I will try my best to try to explain it. All right, give me like 1 minute to try to explain this game. So, the main character and his allies, they seem to be stuck in this purgatory type land where there are these different factions that are at war with one another. And then there's like this central group that seems to be in control of the rules and the regulations of this ongoing war between these factions. And so the idea is that these different factions are fighting one another continuously until one rises above them all. And then that group, they will reach Nirvana, which is supposed to be like, I guess, heaven or an escape from this purgatory type battle that they're stuck in. One of the strange things about it is that the people engaged in this battle, they seem to be like drained of human emotion. Like they're kind of robotic in a way. I cannot find anywhere where I can just explain myself. But yeah, during the beginning of the game, everybody is kind of like just robotic, unfeeling. Like they don't really have significant character traits or quirks. But then something happens throughout the land that causes the people to transform into demons. And when they transform into demons, they have this hunger that compels them to eat people. And so now the battle has become even fiercer because it's not just people with guns anymore. The people have now turned into demons, and they're trying to eat each other too. But with the transformation into demons, it seems like these people have started developing human emotion as well. So now their various personalities are starting to come to the surface, when before they were all just kind of like robotic blank slates. And on top of that, they discovered this girl named Sarah that is able to sort of like calm them down when they turn into demons. So she's like this special girl that has some deeper understanding of what's going on, but she's not really telling them. But they also feel compelled to protect her. What else is important? I mean, that's basically it. It's like they're stuck in purgatory, and they're at war with different factions trying to come out on top. And with the inclusion or this new development where everybody is turning into demons and monsters is kind of just throwing everything out of whack. And on top of that, people are developing human emotions, so they're acting differently and they're looking at their circumstances differently. Um, and yeah, I mean it's really it's like it seems so simple, and it kind of is simple, but I still feel like I haven't done the story justice. But I guess the best way is just to hop into it. Now, if you're worried about spoilers, then you do not want to watch this because I'm very deep into it. I'm 50 hours in, but to be fair, you know, when I play games like these, I tend to grind quite a bit. So out of that 50 hours, 10 of it was probably just me grinding and listening to music and podcasts and shit. But I do feel like I'm getting closer and closer to the end. The Karma Temple. So this is the main character, Surf here. And these are my allies. Argilla, Heats, Gale, and Celia. I think those are the only characters. Let's see, status. And as you can see there, that's our demon form, or Argilla's demon form there. Prithivi. And that's Heat's demon form, Agni. That's mine, Varna. Gale's Vayu, and Cilio's Diosis. Kind of an interesting one there. But if you've played Shin Megami Tensei games, then you know a lot of this would be familiar. What the hell is he doing? A lot of this would be what's that, like a Vogue pose on the runway. But a lot of this will be familiar to you as far as like the stats. You know, you got strength, vitality, magic, agility, luck. My stats are kind of interesting, right? You know, I did some quick research before I started playing this game because I didn't really want to struggle. I just asked like, what are the most important stats and the least important? And the most important are magic and vitality. Vitality for health, of course, but magic because you know, it's the most versatile form of offense you have. So it's much more valuable than strength, which you can just kind of outsource to, you know, Heat's dumbass, right? But luck isn't very important like with most games. Agility is mildly important because it determines like turn order. And that was biting me in the ass for a while because I was not investing into agility. So we were getting ambushed a lot, which can actually be pretty devastating. But now I'm starting to invest in it now that I maxed out my magic. But you also notice like the magic, like the skills there, like Bufudine, Megidolian, Hama. You know, these are like the typical Shin Megami Tensei magic spells, Zandine, Media, which is healing. Right, so you see, if you've played these games, you'll recognize a lot of what's going on very quickly. One thing I must show though, this is pretty important. The way you develop your character is through mantras. It's kind of similar to like that little, what was it, like a bug system in Nocturne? Like you would eat those little bugs or whatever the hell they were, and it would give you like different sets of powers. That's kind of how this system works. It's similar, where it's like, okay, you see, you have like, okay, these different nodes represent different skills you can learn. So this is basically your character tree, and you can just, you know, kind of customize your characters however you want them to be. Like they do have base stats and weaknesses and strengths, so you kind of want to work around that. Right. So of course, like the way Heat levels up, his strength goes up faster than anything else. So you want to prioritize, you know, the physical attack skills like these, right? Consume, Hellfang, Iron Stomach, shit like that. With someone like Argilla, who's more magic based, then you want to prioritize magic skills. And so you have like Revive Magic, Death Magic, Expel, Boost, MP Recovery, Karma, all types of stuff. One interesting thing about this game too is the hunting system. Remember I said they turn into demons where they eat each other. Why did my fuck is my controller dead? Damn it! Damn it! I'm in the middle of my detailed explanation here, and I'm killing it. Give me a second here. Okay. You satisfied, Dad? I plugged it in. Oh shit. It might. Hold up. Shit. Hold up. Okay. So as I was saying, there is a hunting system in the game where when you're in combat, you can consume your enemies. But it works best when they're scared. And they become scared when you exploit their weaknesses. Much like you see in the average, SMT game. The strength and weakness system is always relevant. Oh, great. My low agility strikes again. No, that's funny. So yeah, let me see if I can explain this. So when you start the battle off, you are already in your demon form, but you can revert to your human form where your combat changes towards guns. I don't really see the point in using your human form very often. Maybe it has some advantages, but I don't mess with it. Because you just seem to be overall weaker. But there are some times where you're ambushed and you don't have time to transform. So you'll start off in your human form. In which case, I'll just use that term to transform anyway. So I already got some of the big boy attacks here, like Megadolian. Wow, that did not do as much as I thought it would. Ooh. Yeah, I feel like once you start getting almighty attacks, that's usually a good sign that you're close to the end of the game. Typically when you play these. Alright, let's keep it moving. Let's see what happens as we go along here. Elevation 0 feet. So this is the main headquarters of whoever are the people running this whole purgatory game. We're sort of running up in their spot, trying to demand answers or kill them. Well, this is bad. Oh, damn. We're already stunned. Leave us alone. Damn, we're just missing like a motherfucker. If they were smart, they could actually take advantage of this. Oh, there we go. Damn. I'm so tired of this already. I know what I gotta do. Ah! But it didn't kill him. Well, at least we can't miss that. That's That's pretty great. Well, that was a waste of a turn. Damn. I never had all three of them get stunned at the same time like this, so kind of a new experience for me. I didn't know how to deal with it. I mean, yeah, I could have used this stun, but I was being stubborn, of course. And we're actually running low on that shit. That's not good. We need a store or something soon. But yeah, this is the headquarters of the Lords of Purgatory. That's what I'll call them for now. Again, I haven't played this game in a long time, so I'm sure they have an official name that I do not remember. This group is actually pretty dangerous. I remember them almost killing me one time. So I'm going to approach with caution. Ooh, magic repel. The enemy is frightened. So when they're afraid like this is the best time to eat them. Oh, I don't have any eating skills on him anymore. I mean, he has pretty much one of the best, some of the best skills already, so I don't need to level up his mantras anymore as much as the others. Yeah, so I'm just gonna kill you. Oh, shit. Of course. Nope. Yeah, I just put no element on him, so no elements will work on him. They'll have to use Almighty to stop him at this point. Okay. Pazuzu is afraid. I think Pazuzu was the demon in what was that movie? What the fuck is that movie? The Exorcist. Oh yeah, and he just got a stomach ache. So a stomach ache happens when you eat someone. I think it's kind of random. I don't think there's any logic to it. But the idea is that you ate too much, and so now you are incapacitated because you have a stomach ache. And I think when you have a stomach ache, you can't do anything. I don't really remember what the penalty is, but I think that's it. I think when you have a stomach ache, you can't do anything. So it's almost like being stunned. But in a way worse, because when you're stunned, at least you might get lucky and be able to get a move out. But I think ache is stomach ache is very debilitating for your character. Oh boy. So these walls here, you got to find the keys to be able to destroy them. I think I have like two of them, like the yellow key and the blue key, but there's another one that I don't have. And they usually just give you access to rare items. Damn. Oh, this group again. You just better hope they don't go first. That's the main thing. Just hope they don't go first. Nice. Yeah, I've had some pretty gnarly trouble with that group. They don't look like much, but they actually work very well together. Great chakra. Yeah, you wouldn't think much of them on the surface, but they'll get you. I mean, they was so close to killing me one time. I barely made it. Barely made it. I left the damn door unlocked. About to get caught slipping out here in the hood. Metaradine. Ooh. Now see, because I have no element, if they ever use any sort of elemental attack on the main character, they're gonna lose one of their turns. Like we just did. Now I know the game is called Digital Devil Saga, but so far there hasn't really been anything digital about it. You know, I was expecting the game to be like you were like this average kid and then you log into a video game or something and then you get stuck in it. You know, something like the anime Hack. Was it Dark Hack or Hack Sign, whatever it's called? I thought it would be something like that. And I still think that might be the case. Heavy damage for us all. Like, I feel like that's probably going to be like the big twist towards the end of the game. But yeah, so far there hasn't been anything like digital or computerized about this this game. Like nothing like that. So these items right here give you permanent stat increase. And I've been saving them for so long. Now I'm just going to start using them every now and then. Max HP plus 10. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm just going to start using these every now and then. When I feel like it. I've been saving them for a long time, though. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. So that attack reverts you back to your human form. Damn. That's so bad. Like, he got a great round. Lord have mercy. I think the best thing to do is probably to unstone my friend so he doesn't get instantly killed next round. I'm gonna kind of go on the defense here. Oh, fuck. I forgot he's still in his human form. Okay. Wait, she is too. Oh, no. This is kind of bad. What can I do to sort of turn the tide of battle? He's probably not going to use a physical attack. Magic mirror. I feel like that's probably the best choice. Let's see what he does. Okay, physical repel. Stone. Okay. Magic repel would be great to just keep using. So I'm gonna put that up again. Let's see how he handles Pterodon. Damn. That sucks. Bloodbath. Wow. So we established that Earth magic doesn't work on him. Great. Probably want to have him transform. Because he can hurt him with Megadolian. What else? What's another option for it? Now I think his attack mirror is gone now. They don't have any combos. This one is kind of tricky. Let's try this. Okay, okay, that's something. All right, good round, good round. So he put up a physical shield. Let's do Tensorifu again. Oh, okay, we got him a little dazed there. Dazed and confused there, are we? I'm back. Last word. Ooh! Samuel wandered away. You bitch! Suck my dick. Wandered away. Yeah, the second we started kicking his ass, he was like, oh no. Came in strong too, huh? Bitch ass dragon. It was like, oh no. I might lose. Damn, who the hell is this? Who are you? He looked like he might be invincible to Earth. What about physical attacks? Okay. So he's not like the other elephant. Damn, I knew something was not gonna work. Defense lowered. Damn, what the hell? Okay. Executioner. Yeah. Okay, Outer God. That's a cool. That's a cool name. That's a name of a manga. Outer God. As you can see, Cilio and Gale are not very leveled up. They're like your backup. Maybe I'm not doing the wise thing by keeping them so low level. I might want to actually switch them in every now and then just to allow them to catch up some, you know, or at least Cilio. But I've been mostly focused on these three. These have been my favorite characters. I think more so because they were the first ones I had access to. You know, it's kind of a bad thing about this game is like, usually when you get the extra character, they're a little bit under leveled. So you might not really feel like getting them caught up to speed, you know? I feel like she blocks this. I knew it. But, you know, it's funny because sometimes I remember these things in my subconscious from just playing these games over the years. It might be a different game, but a lot of times the enemies have the same strengths and weaknesses from game to game. There won't be like a lot of differences there. And so it's like I'll think I remember, but I'm like, nah. And then it'll be exactly what I thought. You know, some things you just don't forget. Like that big elephant, Grimalka, the fact that he repels physical attacks. Oh, we got you. Consume. Ate that bitch. Theory cell. Oh, what's in here? Oh, going up. I might go back down though, because I feel like I probably missed something. So these are the save spots. I would say room, but it ain't exactly a save. I guess this is a save room, but different save areas operate differently. You know, like the smaller ones, you can't restore your health. You can only do that at the bigger ones. Ambush, so we didn't get a chance to transform. But of course, what you do is transform. And just hope they don't murder you the next round. Impel. So those enemies in white, they're kind of new. And their attacks do kind of remind me a little bit of like some sort of like digital, like something. It's just something digital about like the sound effect and the look of it. I think they might be like programs or something. Like these enemies are like the really the first sign that we might be inside a computer or something. It's time for the big shit. Cilio, learn new skills. Yeah, hopefully not leveling up Cilio and Gale won't come back to haunt me later. Because you can just switch characters out mid-battle. Right? So look, I can switch anybody out with either one of them. So now Cilio's in. So really we're all in the battle together. You know, it might pay off at some point. But really, I think, in fact, I'm going to switch it up a little bit. As much as I like Heat, like, a lot of times he's not extremely useful, to be honest. And maybe just because of the build I have him on, you know, the type of build I have with him. But he's just so focused on physical attacks. And that's not always the answer. I mean, obviously. But then there are some battles where he excels, for sure. But I do feel like this is a game that favors Magic overall. It favors Magic and the versatility that it allows you. It's funny how they get scared, like when they hit you with your strength and you block it or you drain it. I wonder, are any of them like strong to lightning? Damn! Oh, that was cool. Man, that used to be devastating before I had no element because the main character is weak to fire. He's like his main element is ice, so he's weak to fire. Naturally. Okay, so he's the one I can hit with lightning. Alright, now it's time for absolute bust ass. Look at that. I'm the coolest. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna roll with Cilio a little bit here. But yeah, I think this is definitely a game where the versatility of Magic is supreme. Luck 36, so it should turn to 38 when I use this. All right. I have this habit. Whenever I play games that give you items that give you permanent stat increase, I always have to check it. Like I have to see those numbers go up, or it's not real to me. So first, I'll check the status and see where it's at. Use the item, and then make sure that it gave me exactly what it said it would. So I went from 36 to 38. She has high luck too. Yeah, it's just a habit of mine. For some reason, I gotta see it. I don't know, man. I guess seeing is believing. Oh, look at this. A strange object. Wait a minute. Because last time a dragon came out of that bitch. Obtain fusion cell. That's the substance the temple is looking for. It can be traded in for Maka. Maka is the currency in this game. That was Cilio. Cilio is like the comedic relief of the game, but he's not very funny. And he has this weird Jamaican accent that I don't know why the hell they gave that to him. Okay. I learned my damn lesson. So far, Cilio has been a bust. A lot of these guys strong against lightning. Yeah, I don't know what you're doing there, Playboy, but you need to step your game up. If I bring old Gil in, I'll replace you like Jermaine Jackson. Put Randy in your place. Enemy combo attack. Debilitate. Wow, y'all just wasted your turn. I'm gonna trust you today. Ah! Everybody is strong against this. Dude, Cilio sucks in here. He sucks in this area because everybody is strong against lightning. I thought he was the one. I'm better off having heat back. Bro just ain't got it, man. I might put Gil in his place then. But I don't think Gil will ever really catch up to us at this point. Surf, learn new skills. Chakra walk. Mana bonus. Yeah, I don't think he'll ever catch up at this point. Yeah. I just use Gil to heal us. To be honest. HP noise. At least with that one, I can see that stat go up right there. So my HP went up by 10 permanently. I don't know. Maybe I need to set Cilio up differently. Max MP? No. MP restored while walking. Active member. I don't really use Hama that much, but I'm not pressed for MP either. Critical mana bonus. Tarunda. Yeah, I think it's probably about the best setup for him right now. Mahama. Oh, I might start using that then. Makatora. Share 50 MP. Oh. Evade accuracy down. Okay. He could be like a status guy. That's kind of gay though. Right? A debuff guy. Yeah. Like just use status effects and debuffs. Oh no. If we had like one more slot for a character, maybe, but Rakukaja would be good. I think that's the move for him, actually. Like just making us tougher and stronger. Sakunda. Kanda. Tarukaja. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, maybe that's the way for him. Let's save. You never know what can happen in these games. I haven't died very often in this game, but you gotta be careful. You know, this is a game where you have instant death techniques galore. Luckily, this is not one of the games where it's game over if the main character dies. A lot of Persona games are like that. You see how often I get ambushed? Well, not ambushed, but the enemy goes first. That's because my agility is pretty low for this point in the game. Damn. Oh, awesome. Yeah, these guys were a real problem earlier. But no longer being able to exploit Surf's weakness, that's hurt them quite a bit. Because they would flame his ass up. And you know, when you exploit an enemy's weakness, you get an extra turn. And that goes for both the player and the enemies, so. You know, having your weakness exploited can be pretty devastating. Uh-oh, SpaghettiO. Sarah's after image can be seen. Her outfit looks different. That's the girl with the black hair. Well, it's white now for some reason. Who showed up and was able to sing lullabies to the demons to make them relax. Sarah's sorrowful after image vanished. What's this? Ah! See, now this is getting very digital. I don't want you guys to think this whole game has been like this, because it hasn't. It's just now doing all this digital shit. Like, it literally in this level. Or this dungeon. Now with some of these, you know, visuals, it is starting to look like digital Devil Saga. But before this, you know, it's just kind of like a weird, like a weird fantasy land. Not like some Final Fantasy shit, but like kind of like modern, but very like, you know how the dungeons are in SMT games. They're very stale and not very impressive, to be honest. I'm so glad I have Almighty right now, Lord. That's why I did a little bit of grinding, because I had to get those Almighty skills. And you know, the thing about your mantras is they level up the fastest when you consume, but consuming isn't always convenient. It depends on the enemy, how easy it is to. Oh Lord. This might be the ugliest damn demon in the game. Lord, this is so unfortunate. We gotta put him out of his damn misery. What a disgusting creature. Damn. That sounds bad. Gates of hell. I thought everybody was gonna die. I was like, that's it. Using buffs and debuffs always feels like a waste. In like random battles like these. What about ice? How you feel about ice, buddy? Well, it hurt. I don't get that attack. It sounds so bad, but it's really not. Okay. Oh, I love it up. Okay. Gotta get that Vit. Okay. Yeah, at this point, ever since I maxed out magic, I usually put like 2 in vitality and 1 in agility. You got to keep that agility up, though, man. It's letting the enemy go first can be the difference between life and death in these games. If you've played them, then you know it's that serious. I'm hoping we can get a cutscene before I gotta end the episode here. I might have to do another one. Please don't tell me they're immune to Mahama too. That was pretty bad. Damn. Yeah, I mean, why go for Hama? You can just almighty the bitch. I was going back listening to the drill music mixtape, and I was listening to the song Giga Drill Break. Was that it? I think so. And I just had a flashback because editing that song was such a nightmare. It came out all right, but I just remember it was so hard to get that song to sound right. Just kind of had a moment of nostalgia as I was listening to it. I was like, God, what a nightmare that was. Some songs were just so easy to put together too, while others were hard but worth the work. Like How I Eat to the Z was one of those songs that it came together perfectly. Like it's the perfect song to me. Like by my standard, I consider it to be like the perfect song in terms of like just the process. Everything just worked. I have like no complaints about that song. You know, when you're an artist, you look back at some of your stuff and say, I should have did this differently, or I should have did that. And, you know, it is what it is. I think I fucked up too. Running money up, kick a bitch out. I'm just breaking in my New Balances. Oh, running money up, kick a bitch out. I'm just breaking in my New Balances. That was a hard ass line, bro. I don't like this. I hate it when this game tries to make the dungeons more complex with shit like this. I just play. It never does a good job of trying to give the dungeons depth. It's like everything they do to me is just annoying. They can only annoy me with these little challenges. You know, it's kind of sad to say, but I don't think SMT games as a whole had fun dungeons until like Persona 5. Was it 5? Yeah. Before that, the fun of the dungeons was the battles, but actually exploring them was not very fun. Dude healed himself just to die. Damn. Well, let's do this again. Finally. Yeah, it's kind of a shame. As much as I adore the SMT games, they have some of the worst dungeons. Period. Some of the worst dungeons. But I think what sort of makes up for it is, let me use this. Goddamn time. it's bad having a high encounter rate in an area like this where you're trying to navigate uh, an environmental puzzle, if you want to call it that. But I adore these games, but that's always been one of the biggest weakness of the SMT franchise. The dungeons suck a lot of times. Like they're very bland, but I think the battles make up for it because I think while the actual dungeons suck and lack creativity typically, um, fighting is always enjoyable in these games. Oh, I found your weakness, bitch. A good old taunt. So I can blow you away. This is gonna kill everybody. Yep. Damn, Cilio does have a use. And I call the debuff gay. Not today. It's Pride Month. Cilio stats increased. There you go, buddy. Okay. I mean, it's not as much of a puzzle as it is trial and error. I just humbly ask that we don't do that anymore. Oh, God. If I never see this guy again, I'd be overjoyed. What was his strength again? Damn. I forgot, man. That taunt is dangerous because you actually make them stronger in the process. You know, it's really for when you think you can just wipe them. Oh, that's what it does. He turned them into stone. If we all turned to stone, we would have died, bro. That shit is dangerous. Here I was thinking he was a whole bitch. He pulling out some dangerous shit. Let me use another one of these. I'm gonna try to use all these as fast as I can, but I want to actually get the use out of them because they don't just raise your stats permanently. They heal your HP and MP completely. So it's pretty useful when you're in the middle of a dungeon between save points. And remember, all save points don't necessarily restore your health or MP. So yeah, I like using the HP noise on him because the main, he is our hero. He is the best fighter of the group. So him being alive and well is always a good thing. Magic noise, that's good for her. I mean, I can't even really get any use out of it anymore. It did go up though, right? I should have checked it. Now I'm paranoid. A little too late for that. 60. I'm not giving Cilio any though. He's a bench warmer, if we're being honest. He's a bench warmer. I'm putting heat back in. I like the design of Gale's demon form. One of my favorites. Heat has the ugliest one to me. No. Argilla has the ugliest one. For a girl, like your demon form should be kind of sexy, you know, a little bit of eye candy. He's is kind of stupid because he got two heads. I can't get over that. I can't co-sign that two head shit. It looked dumb to me. Outer God. Secret God. Mana gain, mana walk. Karma accrual skills. Mutual karma. Boost magic. Won't use any of that shit. Mahama Sakunda. Alright. Throne. Yeah, when you activate those mantras, it doesn't give you the skill or affect your character until it finishes. Well, you finish filling up the AP bar. Then you get access to the skills and you can actually then put them on the character. But not before. Ooh, goddess. That was expensive, damn. Boom, 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 boom. Dark leader. Boat god. Wind god. I kind of zoned out there if you didn't if you didn't notice. I was thinking back to this girl with a big butt at the gym. Like literally, as I was like configuring the mantras, I was just thinking. Normally, look, I ain't gonna lie. Normally, I don't look, but today, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I looked for like let me see, 1, 2, 3, probably like 4 seconds straight because she walked past me and then just walked like right in front of where I was already looking. So like, all I had to do was like adjust my eyes like that. It's normally I don't even do that, but I just look, bro, because that girl to me got like one of the best bodies in the gym, man. It's like crazy, and she had like these tight gray, like not like baggy sweatpants, but you know, like tight legging, like cotton legging pants, like tight cotton legging pants. So the ass was just. I mean, it just left nothing to the imagination. I was just like, I got 4 seconds of eye full, man, and I just had a flashback. I had a flashback. All right, what's happening here? What are we doing? Tentarafu. Okay. Sometimes I forget what they're strong against. And see, now we run back into the problem of heat. You know, we deal with enemies like Grimalka. But I can... No, it's Giri Makala. Why come Grimalka? I think that's it. I can't pronounce all these damn names. Giri Makala. Okay. And that's Ganesha. There was a character in Bloody Roar named Ganesha, and he turned into an elephant. It's probably like some Hindu god or something. But that elephant is not immune to physical attacks, so. So some enemies can use attacks that give them more turns. Damn. Straight died. Then call for backup. Okay. Well, I'm back. Yeah, nigga. What? Waste. Thought I was a bitch. What? And of course, you can pass your turn over to the next character, but it counts as like a half turn when it goes over to that character. So you see how it's blinking there? That means that's a half turn. So like if I exploit an enemy weakness, I don't get an extra turn. It just uses up that turn. And if I pass it again, I lose that turn. So when you pass, you relinquish the ability to get an extra turn through exploiting weaknesses. And if you pass again, then you lose that whole turn. I got a luck noise there too. That's fucking dope. I thought I had a attack one. Maybe I already used it. Again, I like using them when I need them. But I'm gonna use one of the luck ones for myself there. The bad thing about it is that you can't use those in battle. You can't use them in battle, so you can't take advantage of the fact that they restore your HP and MP completely. That would be so useful. What was I doing? I'm trying to check the status. It should be 9 now, right? Okay. That would be immensely useful, if only. Oh, the music got more intense. Sarah's after image can be seen. That's not what she normally looks like, by the way. Her hair is black, and I think her outfit is a little different. The color is different, at least. Oh, we're doing this shit again. Oh! Yep, more trial and error shit. Let's do it. Materazzi. Don't that shit sound like a car or something? Materazzi. Last word. Devastating. Okay. Damn. I think, I'm not sure. I'm like 90% sure. I haven't looked into it. But there's a Code Veronica, a Resident Evil Code Veronica remake coming out. I saw some people talking about it. And I haven't looked into it myself, but I kind of just saw it. I was like, oh, that's cool. I've been so busy lately. I haven't had the time to even like enjoy gaming news and shit like that. That's why it just kind of went in one ear and out the other. But now that I got some time to relax, I'm thinking about it. Like, that's exactly what I wanted, man. And you know, people might think that I'm a Code Veronica hater because I always talk shit about that game. But I want nothing but the best for Resident Evil. But Code Veronica really was. Now, I'm not gonna say it's mid. I'm not gonna go that far. Look, they hurt us there too. Damn. What the hell did they do? But I'm not gonna go so far as to say that it is mid. Yeah, that'll solve that problem. Believe me. For the time, Code Veronica was a good game. I just don't think it aged well. I don't think it aged well. I think out of all the classic Resident Evil games, it's probably one of the least important to play. Like, it would be dead last on my recommendation list outside of like the blatantly bad games like Resident Evil Survivor. But You know, I've talked about this on stream several times. I think Code Veronica is one of the Resident Evil games that's most deserving of a remake because I think that it's the one that could benefit the most from it. You know, a lot of the other remakes, they were just remaking games that were already good. You know, I think you can make a strong argument for the Resident Evil 1 remake because in a lot of ways it surpasses the original. But the second, which I love, but can you say it surpassed the original? Depending on who you ask. The third, definitely not. And Resident Evil 4, as great as that remake was, it doesn't invalidate the original, you know? I mean, you think about it, the Resident Evil 4 remake kind of came and went. Resident Evil 4 changed the game. Like changed the gaming world. You know, it actually had an impact. Like a long lasting impact. Legacy. You know. Resident Evil 4 remake is just like, again, it's the novelty of a great game being remade. Unfortunately. That's really what it is. But with Code Veronica, I think there's so much potential there because they had a lot of interesting ideas. They could make Steve less insufferable because everybody hates Steve. They can make him a more likable character. I don't think people will mind them taking some liberties with that character. You know, remixing him a little bit. It's not like they haven't done it before with other Resident Evil characters. You know, sort of enhanced some of their traits from previous games or exaggerated certain things about their character. Like they made Carlos come across much more like a womanizer in the remake. Because he was very like flirty with Jill. I think he was like mildly flirty with her in the original. Like it was just like a little, maybe like a hint of it. And I might not even be remembering that correctly, but again, you can have fun with the characters. And then of course you got the Ashcroft twins? I forgot their names, but the twins, I mean, my lord. My lord. I can't lie, that's what I'm most looking forward to, like what they're gonna do with those characters. He is asleep. Turn, gone. Damn. Okay. I'm gonna use one of these too. And also, like some of the enemies, like the Bandersnatch. I mean, I hated those damn things, but it could be interesting to see them in the remake. They could do some cool things with that enemy. I mean, they're probably gonna be terrifying. I think in the original game they were more so like annoying, but now I can only imagine. I can only imagine what they're gonna. Because the Bandersnatch was the one with the big arm, like the one arm that could stretch out and grab shit. So imagine what they can do with that, bro. I think the Bandersnatch is probably going to be like the regenerator of Code Veronica, bro. If I'm like, that's what they're called, right? The regenerator. You know, like the enemies. I might not have the right name, but you know the enemy in Resident Evil 4 that had they were like all wiggly and they were butt ass naked. They had sharp teeth and they would like move like this. And the only way to kill them was to shoot the parasites in their body with the infrared scope. And that made them even more terrifying. Because you couldn't just spam. You couldn't just like spam bullets at them. You had to actually like stop and aim a sniper rifle at them and shoot the parasites as they were coming towards you. It was terrifying. But I feel like the Bandersnatch is going to be like that. Because just with how that particular enemy works, they can make that damn thing incredibly annoying, but also intimidating. Oh man, I already hate this place because there's so much going on. I was hoping to at least reach a cutscene before I had to end the episode. I don't know, maybe we'll play a little bit longer. I'm starting to have some fun here. I remember your weakness. Damn. She sounds like she was suffering. Like, so I have not been sleeping in my room for the past like week and a half. I got a new mattress, but I had to wait a while for it to come. Like I had basically took my whole bed apart, took it down, did like some deep cleaning in my room in preparation for the new mattress. In the meantime, while it was showing up, thanks to Temu, I'm sure. I'm sure that's probably where my mom ordered it. I was sleeping in the living room. And so while I was sleeping in the living room, I'm watching the TV in the living room. Hold on, how should I play this? Huh. High counter, damn. But I'm watching the TV in the living room. And so I start watching Tubi for the first time. You know, I've always heard about Tubi, but I never like watched it because I know how to watch exactly what I want to with no ads on my computer. But since I was in the living room, I didn't feel like bringing my computer into the living room or anything like that. I didn't want to not mess up, but I just didn't feel like, you know, taking my main setup here down and then having to put it back up. You know, I just took the stuff in the back out. So I left my computer in here and just went and watched TV in the living room. When I got bored. Hold up. What am I looking for? Yeah, I gotta figure out what his fucking weakness is. Fire. Argilla was turned to stone. And really, Heat is the fire guy. But I don't use him for magic. Ever. But today I will. Damn. But anyway, I started watching Tubi for the first time. And I started watching like those low budget black hood romance drama movies. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I've been having a ball. I've been having a fucking ball watching the movies, man. They are a damn trip. Now, some of them are straight trash, don't get me wrong. But some of them are like really, even though they're low budget, they're like really funny, bro. I ain't gonna lie. And also, like, there's something impressive about some of them as well. Like, they can be honestly unpredictable at times. Like, that's what's so funny about watching them. Because when you watch, like, mainstream movies, like big budget movies, it's like, yeah, they can throw you off sometimes. But it's like, they don't like to take too many risks. And it's like, in those low budget hood movies, like, they don't care. Like, they will really go far left with some of the things that they'll do with the script, with the story. But there was one movie in particular called, I think it's called Please. And it's like a drama, sort of horror movie. And it's about this woman that she was molested as a child. Oh, I'm out of MP? Damn, or almost out. But she was molested as a child. And that traumatized her. And kind of made her hate men. But she ends up getting married to this guy. And everything is fine until she finds out that he's been cheating on her. And so once she finds out that he's been cheating on her, she just loses her mind. Like, that's like the final straw for her. And so from there, she just starts like killing any man that decides to do her dirty. And the movie is like, I don't know if they intended it to be funny, but it's almost like it's hard to tell. Cause it's like, it's funny and I can't even tell they were trying to be funny. But it's just so ridiculous. Like, she had these guys tied up in the basement and she was torturing them. And then, like, their reactions to being tortured, that was one of the funniest things, bro. Like when she would do shit to them, and they'd be like, ah! And then they just start screaming and shit. Oh, man. One of the funniest parts was, like, she had, like, 3 guys in the basement. One of them was dead. But one of the dudes, she had already cut his dick off. And she was about to torture the other guy, and like he was like protesting and trying to stop her. And then she said, "Shut the fuck up before I put that dick in your mouth." It's just little shit like that, bro. It's like, you don't see that in a normal movie. You don't see it. You don't hear that type of fucking dialogue in a normal movie. Shut the fuck up before I put that dick in your mouth. Like, she cut this dude's dick off and just had it land to the side. But yeah, it was a hoot. Some of those movies are like really entertaining, bro. And a lot of sex too. A lot of like sex scenes and nudity. I'm surprised that Tubi gets away with having some of those movies up there. I mean, it's not like hardcore porn or anything, but it's a lot of big black asses and titties. I'm going to give her the magic one, but let me check the stats. I got to make sure. Got to always check the stats. 61. Okay. 63, like I thought. Okay. Let me see. I think I'm gonna give him luck. So it should be 11. Yep. Oh boy. We ain't never getting out of here. Wham! That was good. One movie was called Black Men Don't Cheat. Which is so funny because the whole movie is about a black man cheating the whole time. Black men don't cheat. And then black men don't cheat too. The prequel. It was just, oh man, those movies are just so stupid, but they're entertaining too. And I gotta say, like, part of the reason why I like them is because I can't say I relate to them on a personal level. Because a lot of them are about like, you know, hood stuff, gang banging, drug dealing, committing crimes, and if not that, you know, toxic relationships, infidelity, cheating, things like that. But it kind of hits close to home because I see a lot of that stuff, you know, in my neighborhood, in my community, amongst my friends and my family. So like, they'll, like, I give you a good example of what I'm talking about. Like, watching these low budget hood movies, let's say there's like a romance angle to it, right? Or it's about relationships, you know, somebody being a player or a pimp, whatever the case may be. And let's say he finds like a love interest or something. 9 times out of 10, that woman gonna have a kid or two, right? And he might already have a kid or two. And it's little things like that. Like that's real. Like that's very common where I'm from. Ambush, I'm telling you, shit. It's so common. If you meet a girl that's, you know, in her 20s and single, she probably already got a kid, bro. Like that's so normal where I'm from. So it's like they don't even try to sell these scenarios of, you know, childless single man meets a childless single woman. Like they don't even try it. Like most of the time they don't even go that route, bro. It's like everybody got a kid or two, a baby mama, a baby daddy. And that's part of what makes it like, again, not personally relatable. You know, not relatable on a personal level, but still, like that's the reality of where I'm from. That's just how it works. I'm just shoot these niggas, and I knew it wasn't gonna do shit. You take way more damage when you're in your human form too, so. Single black man meets a no single childless black man meets a single childless black woman. That's a damn fairy tale where I'm from. It's like I told you guys before. If I see a girl with a fat ass, the first thing I do is try to find a kid. Like if I'm in the grocery store and I see a girl with a fat ass pushing a cart and I see her from behind, it's probably like a 65, 75% chance it's a kid in that cart. So I always try to get the right angle to see. And sure enough, it'd be a damn big blockhead ass kid in that cart. But I appreciate that about those little, low budget black Tubi movies, because it's a fairly accurate depiction of how relationships sort of happen where I'm from. It's like you don't have these people with squeaky clean past or anything. Like everybody got dirt on them. Ex strippers or hoes, players, and like in the movie Black Men Don't Cheat, the main character, he ends up becoming like a club owner, but he talked about like how in the past he was a drug dealer. But he was like, I wasn't a hardcore heavy drug dealer. Like I knew going pro, as he said, would just land me in prison or dead. So I stayed low level. And again, even stuff like that, it's like that's real shit. Like a lot of guys just dabble in selling drugs at some point. Even even myself, it's kind of funny to admit this, but I made a sale one time. I remember the first time I bought like a half of marijuana. I had sold some to I bought it, and my friend had a female friend who was looking for some. And he was like, "Oh, my boy just got a bag, just got a pack," and so I sold her some off of my pack. That was the only time I ever did anything like that. But I remember when I brought that half home, I started breaking it up. I was like, I can start selling drugs now. But I decided against it. But it made me realize how guys can so easily get caught up in, or, lured into wanting to sell drugs, bro. Buying my first half and then also having a sale, like right after I bought it. I was like, hey, this is kind of cool. Where the hell am I? Shit. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore, bro. I wish I had some more Estoma spray. I wish somebody knew Estoma, like the spell. Estoma is the spell that lowers your encounter rate. I think in some games it completely removes it, actually. This game wanted to be retarded and just make it sort of work. So in this game, when you use Estoma, it only lowers your encounter rate. It doesn't completely stop them. I think there are some games where it completely stops encounters. Really, when I use Estoma, I don't even notice a difference anymore. That's why I kind of stopped using it. Detecting a rapidly approaching heat source. Evacuate, evacuate, evacuate. Oh, a big one's about to show up. So this is where you are hiding, you worthless piece of trash. It's my duty to devour the useless. You got that? If you understand it, answer me, you worthless pieces of trash. Okay. You call that a battle stance? I don't give a fuck. Shut up. And then he ran away. He debilitated me, then ran away. I remember, in one of the movies, the guy he was fucking his lawyer, he had like this female lawyer who was engaged to some guy, but he wasn't hitting it right. So she was fucking him, her client. And I think like they had just got done having sex, and she had found out that his girlfriend or wife left him because she caught him cheating. And so she was like scolding him about cheating on women. And he was like, wait a minute, you cheat on your fiance. And then she was like, it's only cheating if you get caught. And then he was sitting there after she left, and he was like, these bitches ain't shit. But again, it's like that's people really think like that. It ain't cheating if you don't get caught. Like people really, as black or red pill as I claim to be, I tend to give people the benefit of the doubt a lot of times when they don't really deserve it. Oh, nice. But it's like what my friend told me. You know, he was telling me, you know, I'm about to try to have sex with so and so, and I was like, "Ain't she married?" And he looked at me and he said, "You got a lot to learn." Is this but wait, isn't she married? My dumb ass, right? My dumb goofy ass. And it's like it's not that I don't know that this stuff goes on, but it's like if I know somebody, I get them, you know, I get them the benefit of the doubt. That's really more so what it is. They want to fucking heat up too. Oh, y'all scared now, huh? All to eat your bitch ass. But it's like, if I know somebody, I'm surprised when I find out that they do stuff like that. And I don't know why that is. I think I just like I said, I give people the benefit of the doubt when I know them. It's like when I found out my friend had cheated on his girlfriend, I was so disappointed in him, bro. Like I'm not even like I was like, damn, dog. I would have never thought he would do something like that. Even though she crazy as hell, I would have never thought he would do that. That's why it tripped me up. I wonder what I'm capable of sometimes because I've never been in a relationship. I like to think I wouldn't do these things, but it's like what Mike Tyson said. Everybody has a plan till they get punched in the face. You know, sometimes you don't really know who you are until you have like the proper temptation to test you. You know, to see what you're really about, to see if your so-called values are as sturdy as you think they are. A lot of times they're not. Damn, I was really hoping to get a cutscene in, but we got caught up in a serious damn dungeon. I gotta be honest, I wasn't expecting this. Oh man, I gotta go save. I don't want this to be a damn 2 hour long episode where I'm talking about Black Hood movies. I don't think I would do something like that though. I'm giving myself the benefit of the doubt. I don't think I would though, to be honest with you. I don't think I would cheat. But I also would say I don't think I would be in position to have a lot of temptation either. Like if I got a girlfriend, that's a miracle in of itself. Like me getting a girlfriend is nothing less than miraculous. So I'm just like, how the hell am I gonna cheat on anybody if I barely can get a bitch? But you know what they say, when you have a girlfriend, that's when all of a sudden girls seem to take an interest in you. So, but certainly I think it's harder for guys to have options. And I think that's why a lot of women struggle with um, staying faithful, because not only do they have a lot of options, they have men just throwing themselves at them all the time. So just imagine it's a season where you know you're mad at your boyfriend or your husband, whatever. Like he make you mad about some dumb shit, and you know how emotional women can be. Yeah, I'm just giving him anything. Priestess. Yeah, I mean, you know, if you can, why not just go ahead and give them something? I got thrones. What the hell did I get out of that? Mahama Secunda. Okay. Is there anything worth, like anything else worth getting now that I got like the ultimate Dark Lord? Like, where do I go from here? Maybe some damn fire. Because he ain't using it. Fire demon. I mean, why not? Ice and fire, bitch. Okay, that was Digital Devil Saga Adventures episode 1. I might do another one, though I might be even further into the game by that point. But I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'll see you in the next. So, John and